I'm gonna guess you think it's probably Thursday, but tell me, when is the wipe, and what are you looking forward to this coming wipe, man?
When is it, Gino?
Yeah, like I said, it's Thursday, but we don't know which Thursday.
Before we get started, I'm going to take 5 seconds of your day to say we have streams on Twitch and YouTube. We have a Discord, link is in the description below. And please drop a like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Awesome podcast episode we have planned. I can't wait to get into it. Thank you so much to Gino for being here. But before we actually get into that, I do want to roll the intro. Then we'll let him get talking. We got so much to ask him. I know he is the celebrity of the hour here. We'll also keep an eye on chat. So drop your comments. Thank you for the follow, MD Emma. Appreciate you. Let's get that intro rolling.
Oh, these are special.
Special moments.
Favorite part.
Nice.
Is it going to restart?
You playing the video?
Attempting to. Sorry, loop. There we go. Is that what we have to? Ah, there we go. OBS.
Yes.
For you guys.
I
Let's
love
go.
that, dude.
Let's
That
go.
was my favorite thing.
Oh, man. The most hype. All right, so now that we've properly introduced our boy Gino up in the house, let's get it started. So welcome to episode 7 of the Calzax Gaming Podcast, where we will debate, discuss, and journal our gaming experiences, as well as the latest gaming and entertainment news, as well as interview those we feel will add to the experience. And today we have an emphasis on the game Escape from Tarkov, as well as a very special guest joining us. Please welcome a fellow member of the Tarkov community who recently joined the Twitch partnership program,
Let's give it up.
as well as a hit TikTok sensation. So Gino, thank you so much for joining us. We got so much to ask you. If there's any first words you'd like to say, man, welcome.
Dude, it's an honor to be here, man. It's an absolute honor. I'm proud to be here.
Dude, we appreciate you, man. We have so much we want to ask. And I know chat is just thirsting, waiting to hear. So why don't we just go ahead and get started, man? Let's not beat around the bush. Yeah. There's some pressure on the moment, right? All right, so we are absolutely thrilled to have Gino on the show today. Would you tell us and the audience a bit about your background and how you found your way to becoming a Tarkov streaming prodigy and the shoes that you're in today, man? We'd love to hear your story.
So my name is Gino, as some of you guys know, and I'm a 19-year-old living in Pennsylvania. I started with Counter-Strike about 6 years ago when I was 13, and ever since, it's been a journey to get to Tarkov, honestly. When Counter-Strike first came out, or CSGO first came out, I already had experience with Modern Warfare 2 when I was like 10 and stuff like that, and I got into Counter-Strike and played a few years semi-professionally, and then I went into the Tarkov scene and fell in love with it when I first streamed it. So,
Yeah, did you say you played Modern Warfare? Was that on console or PC or what?
Modern Warfare 2, yeah, I was top 2,000 in the world for Modern Warfare 2 at like the age of 10.
Dang.
So,
Okay.
but
Yes,
so we
sir.
have a little bit of experience there.
Yeah. It kind of built up. Yeah, you didn't just come out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Emmed up too.
You were everybody who played Call of Duty's worst nightmare, man. A good 10-year-old? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And then I played Rust right after it for about 2 years, and I'll tell you what. A little 12-year-old Genooo with a whole bunch of 25-year-old dudes. It was just weird. It's just weird.
That's kind of gaming sometimes. It is weird. It's but that's crazy. So you played like all the games that really help out when it comes to Tarkov, honestly, too. Like CS:GO, Rust,
100%.
that background. You just used to the controlling the recoil and everything. That's really crazy. So what made you want to get into Tarkov streaming? Like how'd you find yourself in that specifically? And we'll get more into it, obviously, but just as a baseline,
basically, like how I got into Tarkov specifically, I always look at this is a weird I don't know, like pet peeve or whatever you would call it, but it would be foliage in games, like trees and stuff like that, and bushes, and how realistic they look. And I've always enjoyed that when it comes to games. And I saw Tarkov, I was like, holy nuts, like this game looks like it's real life. You know what I'm saying? So I instantly, hopped on. I always like realistic shooters. I played Squad and Hell Let Loose and a whole bunch of those like realistic ones, and I've always enjoyed those. And I hopped on Tarkov, and it was like no other game, right? Like even now, it like with all its issues, it's still something that I, can't explain to other people. People come in and, what's Tarkov, dude? Honestly, I don't know. Like
that's a deep question.
So.
I mean, question like
For real.
we've all seen those Veritas videos of him trying to answer it, right? Like it's a deep question. That's deep rooted. I hear that, but yeah, one of a kind game. And yeah, so what a background, guys. Chat, there's your background a little bit for Genooo, and I know that Sidhu really had a question that he wanted to transition into before we get into the CSGO background a little bit into further depth. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man, so I was, recently watching the stream, and I noticed that some guy got you to pour a whole can of beans on your dome piece for like 100 smackaroonies or something like that.
Yeah, they called me the Bean Man. Yeah,
the
that's
Bean
what they called
Man.
me.
Nice. Where do you think you would draw the line on, kind of stuff like that if you were to draw a line, what I mean?
Well, honestly, like I love making people smile, and I love making people happy, and honestly, like if it can put a smile on somebody's face, I'll most likely do it. And there is a line there. Like I'm not gonna tattoo something on my face or something like that. Just make somebody smile. But somebody came in the chat and said like it started a few months ago. Somebody actually did like 5 gifted for a spoonful full of mayonnaise, and I was like, dude, 5 gifted. Like 5 gifted is 5 gifted.
Spoonful, yeah. Bring out the mayo,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I eat mayo every day.
That's worse than mayonnaise, man.
And so people have been coming in since and giving me stupid challenges and stuff like that. So, some guy came in actually Mama Genooo came in and she showed me, she was like, Nick, because my favorite soda is Dr. Pepper. She was like, Nick, you can't believe what they have at the store. And she came in with these beans. And chat instantly was like,
oh no,
yo,
yeah.
Jen, pour the beans on your now. Mama Geno's like, what do you mean? I just got these beans so we can have them tonight. And I was like, God. Mom, you're going to have to get me over the beans and get some new ones.
My God. Okay, so that's how that happened.
Yep.
And she's a celebrity on the show. We know that as well. Yeah. So, of course, the chat was after that.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much for being here, chat, as well. Yeah, watching Genooo play Tarkov makes me happy and stuff. I agree, man. It's just a lot of fun. I think, that's what's unique about Genooo, too, is he provides that. It's just a different environment when you approach his stream versus other Tarkov streams.
Yeah,
it's a unique feel that you've created.
Dude,
So, your chat is definitely on that.
Honestly.
It's hard being welcome everybody, watching a man pour a can of beans on his head, dude. That's for sure.
Yeah, like where else are you going to get that content? Let me ask you that. Oh my gosh.
No way.
Yeah. And that's why you are where you are, man. Let's go ahead and dive into some more of the background though. So we actually have chat. You guys know Sieglum if you've been on the show in the past. This is our boy, our resident CSGO gamer. But apparently we got 2 of them on the show today, so why don't we let them chat a little bit about the past?
Yeah.
Maybe reminisce a little bit. So yeah, take it away. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I was doing my research, doing a deep dive on the old YouTube, and I gotta say, man, your highlight vids, top tier. The audio, the music, it makes me feel like I just want to go op some kids. Down Death 2. I was wondering what your history with CSGO is. I know playing in leagues, like there's all sorts of that kind of stuff around CSGO. I don't know if you ever dabbled in that. I'd love to know.
So when I started Counter-Strike back in 2013, I played I forget what league that was. It wasn't ESEA or Face It. It was some, I forget, I'm forgetting the name now. Yeah, CEVO. Yeah, nice. Exactly. So back in 2013, when there were stupid maps in the map pool, we played this frickin' random, like, CEVO Open or whatever, and ever since I loved team play. I never really enjoyed, like, pugging or doing any of those matchmaking games, because, team play was where it was really fun and you could, like, interact with other people and, actually have good teammates, right? Not toxic ones. So it's one of those things. So I started back in 2013, worked my way up. It wasn't until like 2018. 2018 was when I was in intermediate and ESEA intermediate, and I got level 10 Face It, and then I was A- ESEA. I never really dabbled with like any of those pug systems, honestly, but
I mean, A- is impressive in itself, man. People
yeah.
work their whole lives to get there.
Yeah, I tried.
So you were in the trenches, though. I see. Yeah,
I was,
okay.
dude, and it took a lot of social life away from me. But we're here now, so it's one of those things. But I started, and then it was 2019. I actually got on my first main team, which is pretty big. And right until I left Counter-Strike 2020, January 4th, I think I left my team, and I like gave my 2 weeks notice because at the time I was actually contracted. It was some like $50 contract every month,
wow.
for it was small, but it was very enjoyable. And we made it the main playoffs that season, and we needed 3 wins to go to advance. And advance is like top 50 teams in the United States, right? So it was a big deal for us. And we went 2-0. We needed one more to win, and then we lost out 2-2. So it sucks. Yeah, it really took a toll on schooling for a little bit. I actually had some bad grades and everything because we were so close, right? And it's just like one of those things where we had to we just got stomped, and I quit and then started streaming Tarkov. So that's how we.
It's crazy how similar like our stories were. I was in SIVA main in 2017 or 18 in college, and we did pretty decent. But we needed to win like 5 games in a row just because of our record and how good the teams were. We lost to Bees Money Crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Ward Allen? Was Ward Allen on the team at the time?
Yeah.
Ward Allen's one of my favorite players. Yeah.
So like that was my first brush with like the actual pro scene of CSGO, and I realized that I was not going to beat them anytime soon with my caliber of gameplay. They just absolutely thrashed me. So I played it for fun for a little bit and also kind of petered out. You're absolutely right, dude. It will wreck your social life. It'll wreck your grades. It'll take over every moment it can. CSGO is a dangerous game. So what was your favorite CSGO map and/or like gun? Were you a rifler?
That's a good question right here too.
Opera?
So I was an opper for like 3 years, and then I went to my last team where I actually quit. I was a rifler. I was a support player, so I was throwing the flashes, throwing the smokes, like all of that stuff. But my favorite map probably was Mirage. Mirage was just like one of those simplistic maps where it was super enjoyable. It wasn't Dust 2 where it was overplayed. Mirage was just that like backbone map, right? It was like pinnacle, like the pinnacle to Counter-Strike.
Definitely
it's like one of those things.
Felt like one of the more neutral ones too. Like everything else, like Office, Super T side, like Inferno, CT sided. Like I don't know, it felt always even. You always had a chance every round.
Yeah.
But
I just died on all the maps myself. That was just on all of them. Yeah, I didn't have time to tell that. I was too bad at PC games at that point.
Yeah.
You actually answered this question in our talk before the stream, but do you think that having a CSGO background helped you with Tarkov? Yeah,
100%. If like you play at the level of Counter-Strike that we played at Seaglem, you know that aim is very important, right? Reaction time is very important, and when it comes to Tarkov, it's not as important. But when you have going up against somebody like Willers or something, you kind of have a little bit of not an advantage, but you are kind of in his playing field, right? Like you can compete against good players in Tarkov. And, although it's in a bad state right now with desync and everything, and anybody can win any fight, I feel like once all those issues are away, you'll see a lot of those, really, really good players, excel because then they can, truly frag out on some kids, so it's like one of those things.
Yeah, you just have all that experience to fall back on, like you're saying. Yeah,
exactly.
But there's so many people that are just coming to Tarkov and new to the game, and they don't realize that people are probably clapping them because they have all this background. A lot of people, the Chads of the Chads, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, this isn't their first rodeo when it comes to this kind of stuff, so they can't be too frustrated,
No, like they definitely either do understand or don't. Because my friend came from console and tried Tarkov for like a week, and he told me that he wanted to throw his computer just away. He was so just out of his league. So what some people can do in this game, it just demoralizes the competition.
A bunch of my friends have told me that Tarkov is their first game on PC, and I just don't know how to respond. Like, are you kidding me? Like Tarkov, out of all the games,
I'm
you
so
choose
sorry.
Tarkov to like I'm sorry, like how's your keyboard and mouse? Are you sure
Yeah, well, that's what Jesse Kazam, he started Tarkov. That was his first one, as far as I know.
That's crazy.
And I mean, it's been really
How
cool
did
to see all the
those
success
people-
he's had. Like so you can't do it.
Yeah.
He's proven there's a path. It's just a little bit. You got to put the time in. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
'Cause,
Yeah,
you put
you do.
years of time in, as you've been saying. So yeah, Seagull, do you have any more CS:GO stuff you'd like to go over? Or,
I was wondering, just a fun little question. Is there anything in CSGO that you wish Tarkov would incorporate? Better smoke grenades, maybe Molotovs, loot boxes and skins, surfing, B-hop. I could see some of that happening.
Yeah, so I was reading through the questions earlier, and I really love this question because what I think they should add to Tarkov is like very simple to make, and that's the Molotov. Now, I really feel like Molotovs would be awesome, especially with Tarkov being a dark game. There's dark stores. You can also use a Molotov to kind of light it up and light the area up so you can see your enemies better. So I feel like it's something that Battlestate will have to work on, because I know damn well they're going to add it and the flames are going to spread across the entire map. But, it's like one of those things, like if they work that really well and work it out, I feel like it would be a very good addition.
That, or you're
like
going to
the
throw
smoke
it?
grenades.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I like the smoke grenades now in Tarkov, honestly. I do feel like they should kind of be more of a like smoke field, like it be harder to see through, because right now it's like transparent, just blurriness, But I just think they should add Molotovs. That'd be so sick.
I think so. I can already see like cinematic fights happening, third story dorms, like firing over a pool of fire.
I can see frag movies, like somebody throws a smoke or a fire and transfers a scene into a fire, and then it goes out, somebody walking out of the flames or something, and that'd be sick.
So you're looking at it from like an editing perspective. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll definitely be asking more about that, chat, about with the editing stuff. We're getting to that, but yeah, I like that mindset. Go ahead, Sig.
I could imagine, like Olaf diffusing on Overpass, that one thing that kind of is immortal, just like somebody trying to unlock Marked Room.
Yeah, exactly.
1 HP away from death.
Dude, yeah, I hear that on the smokes though. Like the smokes at Tarkov are just, they take forever to billow, and they just hardly billow at all. Like,
confuse me.
I could wait, but it's just like it doesn't do anything, Yeah. You see them and you're like, oh, somebody's been strength training. Like, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Panda in the chat had a good idea. We could finally have a use for like matches. You got to light it.
Oh yeah.
Or like a lighter
and vodka as well. Like all that.
Yeah, vodka. Yep, exactly. I think it would be a great addition.
We could do
it.
Dude.
This is good idea, right?
Well,
step away.
I think the surfing might be a little tough with the desync. Maybe that's like part of it. You just have to account for the desync, and that's how you're really good.
Yeah, you are.
If you hit the jump, that means you got the lag just right. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we're gonna move on. We got to dive into CS:GO stuff. I know that's a little bit from the past, so blast from the past right there. Wanted to see what was going on with that. So let's go ahead and move on to the things that we have on our mind, and that is Twitch. We got some Twitch questions for you. So, Sidu, you want to go ahead and get started?
Yes, sir, bro. First and foremost, bro, huge congratulations, man. Like, dude, I remember being on my personal account, watching Genooo, like, months back, and just being like, dude, you're gonna hit partner soon, bro. Like, it's coming, dude. Like, I was fucking telling people, like, dude, he's gonna hit partner. And what do you know, bro? Big partner status on Twitch, man. I couldn't believe it.
Thank you.
Huge, bro. Could you
long time coming?
Could you talk about the dedication that it took, and how you really started to hit your stride as a streamer?
So when I first started streaming back in January, when I quit my Counter-Strike team, I found a community called Emerald, which I'm still in. I'm an active team member of Emerald, and I found a lot of motivation in a lot of the streamers and like what they did, right? Like there's a friend of mine named Gator, and he did a lot of things that were so awesome as a streamer, and it made me smile. And when I was having bad days and everything, I would go into his stream and it instantly make me feel better. And I found that personal connection there. And I would love to I started and I would love to do the exact same thing. And that's what I'm trying to do. I really hit my stride when I realized like This is gonna sound really bad, but like in high school with Counter-Strike and everything, I didn't have much of a social life. So when I was somewhat getting attention from like, just a simple like on a video or something, it like really meant the world to me because, people actually enjoyed the stuff that I created. And it's something that, I was very excited about, you know what I'm saying? And it was something that was very heartwarming to me. And, that's where I found my stride. I kept going, and the likes keep adding up and adding up. And then, half a year later, partner was looking in reach and, I was astonished, I can't I can't send out enough thank yous, right? Again, I can only try, but I'm truly thankful of like the Tarkov community, my community. I don't like saying I like saying our community, right? And I truly feel like we built something more than a community and we built like a family, you know what I'm saying? And I'm forever appreciative. Yeah,
it's such a unique community, especially like the Tarkov community in general. But also just to build on what you were saying, I think that's such a really cool reason that you made it to where you are now. I mean, it's such an interesting goal that you have in mind, and I think especially in a time like today, where we've been going through this whole pandemic and stuff, man, and it's just like people having to find a new way to socialize and like
exactly.
You have all these. I mean, it's been a long time. People, you got people feeling down just from not seeing a lot of people, and it's. I think the timing was really perfect for what you had in mind, and I think hopefully a lot of people have benefited already and will continue to from, just being a part of that, and So I think that's really cool. That's really cool, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the congratulations too.
Yeah. Chat. So give Genooo, please, big congrats up in there. I mean, that is a hell of a feat, one-time thing, right? You only hit partner once, right?
For sure.
Yep.
So with that in mind, like, just for we have other content creators as well, obviously, that come in and watch this, and we do like to help them learn what they can and take what they can away from creators out there. So what have you enjoyed most about being a partner that you didn't really have access to as an affiliate? Like, what are the perks?
So
what are the best parts?
It's gonna be stupid, but the emotes, I've really had a lot of fun with the emotes. I've made some really stupid emotes, and with all these slots now, I can add all these, different emotes that my tier 2s and tier 3s can add. And it's been awesome making them, right? Like I do most of my stuff my own, all the emotes and everything. And it's been something that I've really enjoyed. And that's probably one of the, most enjoyable things that, comes with partner. Another thing is the flex mark, you know what I'm saying? When you go into somebody's chat and you follow, they might be like, oh, I think I've seen you around before, Genooo, or something like that. And then you type in chat and they're like, okay, this is a real Genooo, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things. It's heartwarming, you know what I'm saying? I don't use it as like a flex or anything, but I use it as, a way of, showing the hard work that I put in. You can do so too, when I go into somebody's channel. So it's like one of those things.
I hear that. I mean, so I didn't even realize you make all your own emotes, or most of them, you said?
Yeah. So I do. Right now, I do everything myself. Every video that I release is edited by myself. Every thumbnail by me is done by myself.
Wow.
Every emote is made by myself. Every TikTok is made everything right now is done by myself. The only thing that I can say somebody else has done is on my stream, the just chatting screen and some other scenes. I think just chatting screen is the only one. My intro. But that's basically it. Everything else is done by me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think that's a really good path to go down.
Awesome.
Especially, as long as you are, man. Like, you've got so much time to continue building on that, and like you've already come so far. Like, that's really cool. I had no idea that you were doing all of that stuff as well.
Everything is.
NikkBokG in the chat. 2 subs.
Oh, thank
so
you. Gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Appreciate you. NikkBokG. Chat, we love you. Thank you so much, man.
The PayPal Genooo, so that you can get your share for.
No, Nick is very, very generous.
Hey, guys, if you guys hop up in the Discord, Airport Discord, ! Discord in the chat, we can get you guys your roles for that as well. So
you're bullying your community to show up to StoneTerror.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
You don't believe it, huh? No. It's the airport, man. We took off from there. We're up in the plane right now. That's all I can say. But okay, so let's keep moving on. I guess so. We learned that you and Velian are pretty good friends just from keeping our eyes on Twitter, and it looks like you guys kind of had a similar timeline in terms of when you grew on Twitch and kind of sort of even on TikTok. And y'all even did duos the other day. You know, what was that experience like, and how's it been to be friends with Velion? What's that like?
So similar to the CSGO question, this one was one of my favorites too, because Vel and me are very, very close. When I first stopped by Vel's stream, it's actually the first Tarkov streamer that I watched. And I stopped by his stream, and he was averaging probably 25, 30 viewers. And I was a streamer at the time, just started 10 viewer streamer, and it's so awesome seeing when he hit partner. It's like a, little brother, I'm the little one, of course, but, little brother type deal when it comes to somebody succeeding, right? And I saw, Vel hit partner, and it was something that was so heartwarming to me. And it's cool seeing both of us do very well on Twitch right now, because like I said, when we first started, none of us had partners in our eyes. We just had, holy shit, we just hit affiliate. You know what I'm saying? It's like, none of us expected this whatsoever. And just being friends with Vel, he's taught me a lot. He's taught a lot of people a lot, especially TikTok a lot. I heard he goes around and tells people about the TikTok and stuff like that. And he's a very helpful person. I love Vel. He's a very, very close friend of mine.
And we're gonna get into the TikTok stuff without a doubt. That's coming soon. So we'll definitely have to touch a little bit on the Vel there. But like my question is, so I
dance videos on TikTok. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Just dance videos on TikTok, right?
Yeah,
that's how we got our fame. Yeah. Geno's got the moves, man.
Yeah, I'm a dancer on my side hustle.
Yeah. I got the extra camera for it or something. So. What I watch Velion, he's a certain type of guy. He's really energetic, all that kind of stuff, right? What's it like to just talk to him, regularly outside? What is he just like a chill guy outside, or does he keep that energy going? I gotta know.
I've only talked to him twice off stream, and one of the times I was having a very bad day because on the EFT WTFs, I'm sure you guys have watched them. I get a lot of hate in the comments when I get clips, just because I get the clips in there. And, I was telling people that I was kind of sad about it, like his friend Jay and his mod Jay. I was telling him about it, like I've been really down about like everybody hating me, and they, people were saying they want to cancel me and stuff like that. I was like, oh my God, okay, whoa, like I'm just submitting clips. And Bell called me, and he was like, listen, stop looking at them comments, right? Like he big brother, little brother talk right there. And he hit me up. He's a very nice guy. He's, I am beyond thankful for Vel. The other time, I think we were just talking some TikTok ideas and stuff like that, but he's very energetic. He's the same exact way that he is on stream. And, he's just douches around all the time.
Yeah, man.
So,
and that's good to hear that. You guys have that like symbiotic relationship, helping each other out, man. That's what you got to do. Look out for each other out there, man. So that's really good. And hey, Nick, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Keep him talking. That's what we're gonna do. We got a lot left. Don't you worry.
And shout out StoneTerror for the 5 gift subs, my guy.
Man, hype train. We got a hype train going. Oh,
I know.
Chat.
Level 4.
Y'all going crazy. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, everybody.
Also, I just wanted to say that I redeemed a hydrate. And I've not been drinking water, man.
I'm drinking. I'm keeping.
I've got tea and water going right now. I'll just have you know. So.
All right. Just making sure you're sticking to your roots, man.
So with that in mind, let's a few more questions, especially for those content creator types out there when it comes to your streaming and stuff, just so they can learn. And us, we're all also trying to learn. All of us, man. It's just how it is on the internet. It's a big old community of knowledge. So what are your favorite parts in your stream setup? We got to ask Hey Bales' question, and it was really cool what she was able to talk about, and so we'd like to ask the same thing. And then, do you use OBS, Streamlabs OBS, Stream Elements, or something else? I know that you guys might have talked about it a little bit before the stream, but I'd love to hear your answer on that, man. That's cool.
Yeah, so I talked about OBS. I use Stream Elements OBS. OBS Live is what it's called. It's Stream Elements and OBS Mixed. That's that question.
OBS Live.
I love it. Yep. That's what I use. I'm not a fan of Streamlabs, especially on Tarkov. If you guys don't know, Tarkov is a very RAM-intensive game, and Streamlabs takes a lot of your RAM usage because the way it works, and I know you guys didn't ask about this, but kept it simple, right? Streamlabs actually uses a little bit more RAM because the software takes more of that RAM instead of Stream Elements is from on like a browser source, so it takes a lot less RAM
that makes
and
sense.
A lot less computer usage. To your second question, is probably this quote that my friend made for me. All right, and I've always liked this. It's probably backwards, isn't it? Oh no,
it's good actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the people that it's backwards for, it says a lion doesn't lose sleep over the sheep's opinion. I've absolutely loved this quote.
Game of Thrones, baby. Tywin Lannister, right? Or somebody,
Like I said, them haters in the EFTWTF, they come in the stream all the time and be like, say some mean stuff, and I just hit them with this, like you got to have the lion mentality when it comes down to things, and that's by far my favorite thing about it. Honestly,
I hear that, and that's something that we've been able to kind of learn from talking to streamers like yourself is that you're always going to have these people that, like, obviously you have your normal community and stuff, but then you have some random jokers that are going to hop in your chat and kind of stir up some noise, some toxicity. So it's, good that you have your way to, deal with that, because some people, not everybody really has that. So I guess it's a side question, but that what would you recommend to people that have to deal with that? Like the kind of the trolls hopping in, because you've kind of had to figure that out, right? So.
Yeah, so honestly, I don't know if I'm the best person to go off of just because I treat haters a lot differently.
I hear that.
I've always gone by the one that, if somebody comes in and hates, it's usually not what's wrong with the hated. It's usually what's wrong with the haters and something that's going on in their life. So if somebody comes in the chat and hates and stuff like that, I usually treat it with, hey, are you okay? Like, are you doing okay mentally? Because most of the time if somebody's hating, it's usually because they are jealous of you or something's going on in their life. And I like to, kind of hit the hater with, the question of, are you doing okay? Is, everything all right at home and stuff like that? And I like to be that like school counselor, basically, after a bully incident or something like that. I like to be that person that's kind of, ask them questions instead of instantly banning them or instantly timing them out and like trolling them on. Right. And I don't have any advice. I always go off of, kill them with kindness. I love making people smile. And if I can make a hater, I've had haters, especially on the ESCWTF, they'll comment something and then I comment back and I'm like, I hope you're having a good day. I'm sorry that you think about this. And, a few people have been like, you know what, I'm going to check out your stream and, check it out. And I promise you, bro, like, give them a minute and they instantly, all their opinions are gone. You know what I'm saying? They know who I am now, you know what I'm saying? And how I try and do things. So kill them with kindness is what I think
that's good advice. Kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
Kill them with kindness. Yeah. I know from your clips a few times it's been kill them with memes, right? Just here and there a little bit, right? That's the other way. Yeah, kill them with memes a little bit, but kill them with kindness mostly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Dude, okay, cool. Well, only thing I want to ask in addition to that, are you streaming on one computer or do you have multiple computers in the setup or what?
Yeah, so I am a one PC Andy right now. I do plan on getting another computer from the guy that did King's, if you guys know King's computer.
Yeah.
Stints. He actually builds computers on stream and stuff like that, and he's 30 minutes away. So it's literally perfect. If anything ever happens to my computer, like after the fact, I'll just call him up. They might come to the house and help, fix the PC real quick. So it's, a no-brainer to go with. I just have to wait for some things, and then we're going to be a 2-PC Andy,
Nice.
Yeah.
Stream upgrade coming. You heard it here first. Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Nice. Okay, so I guess this is kind of related. And I know we'll get in more to the content creation towards the end of this podcast. But, yeah, so if you guys don't know, chat, Genooo, in addition to the streaming, he puts in a lot of work over there. You see him live all the time. But he's also doing the other stuff like his emotes. I'm sure recording and editing and uploading videos and clips up on TikTok, on Twitter, those kind of things. So I wanted to ask about your pipeline. So, for example, some streamers might edit and upload stuff before streaming, whereas others might do it after, like go stream and then chop up all their stuff after, upload it the next day or whatever. And then you see even some people do it on the stream just to like be able to tell their stream, hey, go check this stuff out. And you see even some other people that edit on stream as well. So can you talk a bit about your pipeline for when it comes to this kind of things? And if you have any recommendations that you figured out for other streamers when it comes to like scheduling all this out?
Yeah, so it depends on what your schedule is, of course. Mine is a morning schedule, so I wake up at 9:30 and go live at 10. So I don't really have time before to edit and everything. I've edited like twice on stream, and I'll tell you what, it was the biggest viewer drop I've ever had. People didn't seem to be interested that much, so I never did it again. So I upload and edit everything off stream. My big platform right now is TikTok, as you guys know. And they actually, on the PC, you can schedule upload on the PC now. So I can schedule upload the 30 videos right now from TikTok. And so all I have to do is edit them. I release 4 videos a day on TikTok, and I hit all the, parts of, times. But we'll talk about that later with the TikTok. So it depends on what your schedule is. I would definitely not edit on stream. I mean, whatever floats your boat, though. So whenever you find time, I usually take a break after stream. So whenever I end 3 p.m., 4 p.m., I'll usually I've been going on for a drive recently in the new car and everything. So
there you go.
I've been
Nice.
get my
New
mental
whip.
health right. Listen to some music, get my mental there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
And then I go back to editing like 7, 8 p.m. and then eat and stuff like that. Get a shower and just vibe for the rest of the evening. And it's
for sure
my favorite part of the night, 100%.
I definitely hear that with the break too, guys. Because if you're editing and you're streaming and stuff, it's like it's different, but you're still sitting in front of the computer, so it's like good to just. I feel the same way. After I get done with the stream, I'm like, man, I got to just leave and go somewhere else, right? For a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I've been actually taking a kind of like what would you call this? A tolerance break from Twitch or whatever, because I feel like I'm surrounding myself right now with too much Twitch. And I know what you're saying, like I don't stream all day, so what do you mean by that? But when you're editing clips from your Twitch and you're uploading from your Twitch, you know what I'm saying, it gets really it's not as enjoyable for me as a creator now to go into somebody's stream. I can't sit there like I used to for an hour or 2 hours, right? Because it reminds me so much of the previous few hours, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things where I can't. It's been hard recently to stop by streams that I usually enjoy. I usually stop by for 5 minutes and say how they're doing, because I always like to catch up with my friends and everything, and then go on with my day. But it's been very hard to stick in Twitch streams recently. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. I'm a, what would you call that? An advocate for taking care of your mental as a streamer, because it's very important, right? And I truly feel like if you feel like you're starting to feel like you're forced to do something, that's where you should try and take a step back. And I felt like I was kind of being forced to stop by streams and, stay up to date with people. And so that's kind of where I took a step back. I've been taking a break off stream, playing Rocket League and listening to good music while I edit and stuff like that. And I kind of I've been taking a break from Twitch. So
I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, first off, I'm sure that it's a privilege for the people to have you come through the chat in the first place, but I'm it's just busy life as a content creator, and that's the thing that people don't realize. Like when you're sitting there editing, uploading clips to several different platforms, it just doesn't make itself, and the big creators, you're especially at least guys like that are just putting out crazy amounts of content. They have the backup of teams of editors and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little different when you're doing it yourself, and that's something I definitely stand by in here, because I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's also a really cool side of the coin, because you get to learn so much about the process and get so hands-on with what you're actually putting out.
Exactly.
But I would definitely encourage you guys to shout out your streamer, give them some love, those people that you watch. And if they're editing their content, just know they're putting in some work on the back end that you guys can't really see until it comes out, but it takes time.
When you're doing like streaming full time, I mean, there's not really ever a limit besides what you put on it that you can put into it. You can stream all day, you can cut clips all night, and that could be your entire life if you don't stop it at some point. So
yeah, exactly.
Gotta make sure that it's healthy, at least for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
So that's the reason I'll make this quick, but
no worries.
When it comes down to it, right, I used to do 10, 12-hour streams, right? And it took a toll on the mental, and so I kind of took a step back, and I realized 4 hours, 5 hours is a perfect time, right? As a creator, you have to, I always compare Apple products, right? They don't release every year. They release every 2 years, and the reason for that is that they can build up a year of hype. In a year of, releasing, this is coming out, get to Apple 12 or whatever it's on now, and in 2 years or whatever. And that's where creators should look too, right? And yes, Pastilli and Dr. Lupo and all them do 10, 12-hour streams, so that's because they have, like you said, them editing teams, and they have them teams that can release the content for them, and it's not them. So I strongly encourage you as a creator, if you guys are out there, you guys are out there, right? And I strongly encourage you to do shorter times because you want to make people want more of you, if that makes sense, right? Like 5-hour streams, if you did 12-hour streams, this is the example I put. And if you did 12-hour streams, people the entire day are going to be like, I'll just stop by Genooo when he's live later. And, because he's going to be live for a while, right? And then, 3 hours pass. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'll just stop by again. He's streaming for another 3 hours, right? And then, 3 hours comes around when they end and they're like, oh, I'll just stop by tomorrow because he's streaming 12 hours, You got to make people want more. And off days are very important as a creator, right? And that makes people want more of you, right? You'll notice if you take off days, your best days are going to be right after that off day. And that's because, people want more of you, right? People want that, content. And if you give them a break from it, it's kind of, it's kind of like when you go away on vacation for a week, right? You miss your dog, like it's one of those things where you get back and, you have your dog again and it's, all exciting and stuff like that. And that's how it is as a creator. You know what I'm saying? You have to have those off days. So it's very important.
Partner wisdom.
You gotta make yourself a hot commodity.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Chat. And you had to learn that along your process, I'm sure. Like,
so the entire time I was affiliate, right, there's two mindsets, right? There's the affiliate mindset and then there's the partner mindset. And during my affiliate, like when I got affiliate, I thought partner. I didn't think affiliate, right? And even now when I do have partner, it's one of those things where I don't think, I can take a break from content, right? I took partner as holy shit, like, Twitch is putting all this effort into me now because, I'm releasing content and I'm going to up it up. So when I hit partner, I went from 2 videos a week on YouTube to 3. And then I went from 3 videos a week on 3 videos a day on TikTok to 4 videos a day on TikTok. So, I took it as more so they have faith in me now. So I'm going to, up what I can produce. So that's exactly what I did. And, I want to do this for the rest of my life, so I think that's it's a very smart way to kind of look at it too, right? Like never take a break because I've always lived by it, and it's kind of selfish. But if you take a break from your dream, somebody else is going to complete it for you, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds selfish, but it's one of those things I live by. If I take a break, it's okay to take breaks, but understand if you take too long of a break, somebody else is getting ahead of you and completing your dream for you, right? And you don't want to work for somebody for the rest of your life, completing their dream. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things, right? I've always strived. Yep.
Sure.
No, I hear that. And that, what you're saying, the overstreaming too, like that, you hear people talk about that all the time. I think that's really cool what you're saying, like placing value on your streams. And guys, chat, Genooo is throwing facts at you right now. Please, if you're a creator, please listen to what he's saying. Take it to heart. This man knows what he's talking about. And that is a grind. Everything that you just said, I can't believe you do that many uploads in addition to the streams that you're doing.
Yeah.
And that many TikToks a day. And you're the guy that's, at the helm of all this, setting it all up. And that's really crazy to be able to do that. And not, everybody gets the burnout, but, to be able to keep rolling, figuring out, how you work. That's a lot of work, chat. This man is putting in the time and the grind. So just mad respect there for that. I hear that.
Yeah, and a lot of people have told me to get an editor, and it's one of those things where I enjoy what I do. I love editing. Like, it's literally kind of like my escape, right? Like, it's kind of like people's music, right? My escape from reality is, editing. So I love editing, and people have told me to get an editor or whatever so I can focus more on networking, but I love editing and I love doing it right now. And why pay, if I'm talking 4 TikToks a day, the editors I've talked to is like, $5 a clip or whatever. And if I'm paying a fortune every week if that's the case for TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I rather just do everything myself. And that's just how I am for now, right? And once I get bored of that, and once I have that feeling of, I don't want to do this, right? Like that's when you should probably, stop some things, when you have that feeling of, oh, like you're dreading it. You know what I'm saying? So I've never dreaded editing, and I love editing. So
Yeah.
it's, you know,
I think that's just your style. Like honestly, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's just like some people are just about the game, right? And they're just trying to just spend as much time as they can playing, and what you said, networking, focusing on the other stuff. But I spend a lot of time up in the editor as well. I agree. It's kind of you're still at a computer, like, but it just feels different. It's not streaming. It's a totally different practice, you know. And you do get to reflect your art kind of in it. Like you said, it's like creating music or something. So if it hits you in the right spot and it's your thing, I totally understand why you want to do that yourself. Plus, he's right, chat. We got to look at it like a business. Like, you know, when you hire all these editors and stuff, that's adding expenses and it adds up. And you're as young as you are, like you're editing on your own. You're gonna keep polishing those skills, and that's gonna pay off. So I definitely think that's a good path, man. Like, I see the benefits, and other streamers out there, I hope you guys can take something away from that. Let's go ahead and move on to TikTok now. We'll go ahead and speed through these last questions here so we don't take too much, but because we did get to talk a little bit about it. But we got to talk to the man about the TikTok and the specifics TikTok when it comes to this, right? You were already dropping facts in our last podcast, so we gotta talk a little bit more about it, right? So, last episode we had Hay Bales on the show, and she talked about how much her TikTok had been contributing to her Twitch success, and she also mentioned how you were the motivating force to get her onto the TikTok platform. So we thought that was really cool in the first place. Also, I wanted to ask if that was the same for Velion, because I know that he had gotten into TikToks more recently than you, I'm pretty sure. But with that in mind, as the TikTok sensation himself, would you care to tell the show about how you've found success on that platform specifically? Besides the uploading 4 times a day, I know we talked about that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Are you kind of asking for tips? Because if I can give tips. I love giving tips out. But one of those things is hashtags. When you first start, 100% use. It gives you 150 characters to use on your TikToks in the descriptions. So 100% use the entire 150 on hashtags. You add a little title in there, but hashtags are where you originally find your algorithm, and that's how when you first start posting, when you use the hashtags for Tarkov hashtag Tarkov or whatever, that's how you're going to start and get into that algorithm, is those hashtags. I still use hashtags, even though technically I probably don't need them anymore since I'm in that TikTok algorithm. But use them TikToks or use them hashtags, and that's how it's going to work. Now another thing is consistency. Right, I see a lot of people as dedication, and they will view that as sharing your content more. That is a huge thing when it comes to TikTok, and that's how you get on the algorithm a lot more. Now another thing, and this is when you pass 1,000 followers on TikTok, go live. All right, the reason for going live is for a few reasons. Okay, for one, you can go live on of your face or something on your phone, and then also go live on your stream, and it brings more people in. I do know that right now, I don't know if that's technically safe, because when you are an affiliate, you aren't supposed to be restreaming. However, I do understand, and I've talked to, I don't know if you guys have seen Danny Dorito. I've talked to him. Danny Dorito does G Fuel. He is 2.5 mil on TikTok, and he does that. He does the multi-streaming, but he said as long as it's not the exact same thing of what you're re-uploading to Twitch, you should be fine, right? So none of your scenes, none of all that, just your face or just your screen, and you should be good. When it comes to the live, it actually helps your TikTok spread that content more. Because the way that TikTok looks at it is, they're thinking smart, they're thinking money. So when you're live, right, people will go in and gift you stuff and use those coins and everything for their benefit, and they get money from it and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where when they see you're live, they're going to spread your content more. So the more people more people see that, now you're live thing on the posts, and TikTok will actually share your content. I went live a week ago, and I got off the live, and there was 536 followers, because that's how, TikTok works, right? They spread that For You page, and they spread that content out there on TikTok. So it's one of those things that's very, very important. There's a lot more other things, when it comes to algorithm. Consistency is a huge one, though. That's what I always preach. is
Believe it.
consistency.
How much do you just specific question? How much do you think that adding music really affects, like versus going with the original sound and adding trending music or something?
Yeah, so there is a whole thing with trending music and stuff like that. That spreads your content a lot more. I have seen content creators do that, and then they put the volume at 1%, so it still technically is playing, but you can hardly hear it. It's a smart move. It does help with views. I don't do it personally, but that's just because I upload from my computer, right? So it's very hard to, you can't actually go on there and add the music and stuff like that. So it's very hard for me to do that. I have found a way around that, and that's just upload the video and then private it on TikTok, and then go to my phone and download that TikTok and then re-upload that. But that's about the only issue that I find, and that's very time consuming. So I only do those for 1 out of 30 videos that I release. So it's like one of those things. But that's the reason I don't use the music. But it is a very, very good idea.
That's a big part of content creation, is finding out these little tricks like that. Like you just explained.
Exactly.
Yeah, just level up your game bit by bit, right? That most people wouldn't know.
I've learned a lot, right? Yep.
Yeah, guys. So there's some more tips. I think we've got all the tips out of the way. I don't know. We have sucked this man dry of all the information, like advice that we can get from a Twitch partner himself. TikTok out there smacking around, just so cool, guys. Man. I like that little. What is that? What is that emote? That's like the face with four.
I think Gino put that.
Is that yours,
That's
Gino?
one of the emotes that I was gonna. Yeah, that's mine.
That's funny.
That's the one that I was talking
emote.
about that I've been having a lot of fun with. It's been
Oh
really,
my
really
gosh.
enjoyable to do.
Yeah, dude. That is a good time. That is a good time.
Yeah.
Dude,
Shout out to the people that make these careers possible. NikkBokG gifted 2 subs earlier.
Yes,
Oh.
indeed.
I pointed at him in his honor, so good job, you.
Dude, Nick is out here.
Dude, Nick going on.
Thank you for the follows, Geppetto, Hema. And all right, so let's talk about the business that we came to discuss. In addition to, of course, all that important stuff, but we're here to talk about the game, the love of the game, right? So Tarkov, baby, we got to get into a little bit of it. We got to ask you some questions, right? I know it's kind of like a down time in the wipe, but we still got some fun stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So of course, I'm gonna guess you think it's probably Thursday, but tell me when is the wipe, and what are you looking forward to this coming wipe, man?
When is it, Gino?
Yeah, like I said, it's Thursday, but we don't know which Thursday, so it's one of those things. But if I would have to assume, it'd probably be June or July. But that's I hope it's a bit sooner, as Dr. Lupo said the other day. Somebody asked him when's wipe, and he said not soon enough. So I completely agree with that. But as a creator, and I feel like this is not talked about in the Tarkov community, as a content creator, you're supposed to make content with what you have. So if a lot of these creators are complaining about the wipe, and I understand. However, you got to remember that just because the game is in a bad state doesn't mean you shouldn't try content, right? Like if Tarkov, for example, all of a sudden went bankrupt or something because they make these raid movie class videos or something, you know what I'm saying? So it's if they all of a sudden shut down, as a creator, are you going to be able to move games and create content there? And I feel like a lot of creators right now aren't taking that into consideration. A wipe does not create content. I've always said this, right? A wipe does not create content. As a creator, you're supposed to create the content yourself. Now, I do understand how the game gets boring, the game gets stale, and that's where we should start complaining. But a lot of these creators are complaining, and I see it's just like like I said, as a creator, you're supposed to make content for the game. You know what I'm saying? No matter the state of the game. So it's one of those things, right?
I hear that too, and I think that's kind of an editor's look at it too, right? Like trying to think of take a scene and how can I put this together in a good way?
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sorry,
no, you're good.
In the middle of your conversation.
No, that's pretty much
start of mine.
Most of the point.
People, you can make up anything. Like as a content creator, if you have an idea, you can follow it no matter how stupid. Like in a broken, if somebody said that Tarkov's broken, not good, whatever right now until the wipe happens. General Sam just made a video where he took a Makarov and cheese meds, called it mac and cheese, and did 1,000 raids. And so if you really don't have any ideas for content, you can just make some ridiculous things and make your own challenges if the game's not doing that for you.
We've seen the snowball challenge and all that, of course, right? So
yeah.
People get creative, but I hear that. There's definitely ways to enjoy the game all the way through the wipe. I definitely understand that. And this has been a special wipe, of course. But at the end of the day, too, when it comes to new players even and not just streamers complaining, I do think it's like those people. You get those people a lot in your stream towards the end of wipe that'll say, "Oh, I'll just wait till the next wipe and play." When it's all easier. And that is true. Like, people are going to have less gear and stuff. But at the end of the day, take the time. Just go play today. Get that game knowledge if you're new to the game of Tarkov. There's not really a point. If you wait till next wipe, people are going to have good gear pretty fast. I mean, within a couple weeks, you're going to start running into the top gear already.
Yeah.
And so there's not really a point to wait. You might as well go out, get that game knowledge, and give yourself a better chance when that wipe comes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so... In addition to that, how are you feeling about the factory expansion they have planned? And then Kuvalda, the sledgehammer specialist. And are you high on this patch that they've got going or not?
So
like,
I heard about the sledgehammer and I instantly knew, like, I know Battlestate. I've been around since 2017. I know Battlestate, and I know damn well that this character is going to be very buggy. So when it's first, I just know it, right? Like, it's literally a dude swinging a sledgehammer. There's no way that's there's no bugs in that, right? I know it's going to be very buggy. It's going to be interesting to fight, though. I can't wait, right? Like, seeing your friend get absolutely, hammered across the head while you're going across factory, dude. I guarantee it's going to be awesome to see. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited about the patch overall. There's some new things coming that I'm very excited about. So, it's one of those things, right? I'm pretty excited about the factory expansion too. I hope they up the players. So,
are you a pretty big factory gamer or like?
It's my least favorite map, but I'm gonna go there more with the sledgehammer, dude, because it's gonna be content. Yeah. But yeah.
For sure. Are you a Scar gamer? Is that gonna be is it coming up?
I love this question too. Yeah, 100%, dude. I hope they have plans of adding the 2 variants of the Scar, and I think they do, the 5.56 and 308. When it comes down to 308, I love 308 weapons, and I know damn well
it's a good game to love them in.
Yeah. I it's going to be very, very enjoyable to me. I think the new Scars are going to be my new favorite weapon, 100%. I've always loved Scars in video games, so it's going to be. I hope they do, release them well, right? Like I really do.
Scar was definitely like one of my main guns in Call of Duty, so I don't know if you ever used it in your
Modern Warfare 3, the Scar L, I think it was. That thing always did well. Yeah.
Well, look, man, if it shoots M61, it's got a place in Tarkov.
Oh, 100%.
Let alone full auto, like, good God. So I think it's going to be the 5.56 and the 308, and yeah, I'm super pumped too. That was actually one of the guns I told my chat months ago. I was like, dude, I cannot wait for this Scar to pop up, and then it finally happened. I was like, yes. Yep. Yes. And then the 5.56 was the cherry on top. I didn't know they were playing on that one too. So
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting gun. I hope they don't make it too good though. When it comes out, I hope it's not too good.
Well, that's what I was gonna. All right, we gotta ask you while we're here. How do you feel about M61, like the round itself, and I mean, because that's a pretty saucy round. How are we feeling?
Yeah, so the thing is, a lot of people come in, and it's similar to the MK18. Everybody thinks it's overpowered, but that's how it is IRL. You know what I'm saying? So the MK18 IRL is literally known as the elephant killer, right? Like, it's literally meant to, take down elephants in Africa and everything, and it's crazy that people want to nerf it because that wouldn't be very realistic. You know what I'm saying? The MK18 is a very powerful weapon IRL, and I think honestly it's perfect the way it is. I do agree with how Battlestate has dealt with it when it comes to you need to kill Sherman 25 times or whatever it is to get the MK18, right? But when it comes to M61, I feel the same way, right? M61 IRL, I assume, is very, very good. I've never actually done some research, but I assume Battlestate has done that research, and I know damn well that M61 is probably very, very good when it comes down to it. So M61, of course, is going to be overpowered, but Battlestate has done a pretty good job, especially compared to when the game first came out, right? Like when you didn't have animations for stuff. M80, I think, was the only round at that caliber. Was really, really good. But you can buy them unlimited, right? But now you can, M61 is like 80 rounds. So they're doing a very good job at it. I think it's just one of those things when it comes down to the crafting is where a lot of people get their hands on the crafting stuff. And M61, no problem with it, but I do understand the complaints. But
For sure.
it's one of those things, right? Any round nowadays will kill somebody in the head because of desync for some reason, you know? So
Oh yeah. Well,
it doesn't matter anymore.
for sure. That's true. That's definitely true. It'll be interesting to see too with the scars. I mean, you know, people are going to be running them like crazy, so it's going to be like they're going to be figuring out if it's working, if it's not. You know, I'm sure it just comes down to pricing at the end of the day, because I think that a lot of things in this game they can fix with pricing, because you saw them do that to the vectors and those kind of things.
Yeah.
They don't even have to exactly rebalance how they work. They just kind of change the pricing values, and it plays out. So
you're right. Like, just like the vector, like whenever that came out, the vector apocalypse was upon us, and no legs were saved.
50K vectors. Yep.
I'm sure that with the scar, you know, everybody's gonna be running it. Like, instead of like Vepr Hunter diaper rigs, gonna be scarred.
Well, I bet it's gonna be expensive. I mean, that's a hell of a gun. So,
yeah, 100%. I've never seen Battlestate release a gun and it perfectly balanced, right?
Right.
They always change something. So I really hope that, especially with the scar, when it can shoot M61, I hope they perfectly balance it when it comes out. But knowing the Tarkov community, they're gonna find some glitch where it makes it anti-recoil or something like that, and you know, it's just gonna be miserable. But you know, I'm very excited about the scar. It's gonna be very enjoyable.
Comes out the gate, you put an RK0 on it, and it's got 40 recoil. You know,
exactly.
Oh my gosh, I would. Yeah, out the gate, MDR style. Nick, thank you so much again. Just going off out here. We really appreciate you.
Yeah,
thank you so
Nick's
much.
Crazy. Nicky and Stone.
Very, very, very thankful for that. So, okay, any plans? This is kind of another little Tarkov question we got for you. Any plans to get into Tarkov tournaments in the future for Genooo? Or is content creation more where you'd like to spend your time?
You know, I can actually leak this. You know, your stream hears it first, but
man,
that Zendra, you know, that Zendra EXE in the Yoinks tournament, I'm gonna be doing with BokG. If you guys know BokG,
yes, we do.
You know, me and him are gonna be working together. But
okay.
I have done tournaments before. I actually played against Breezy in one of the tournaments. I got second. A guy, I forget his name now, but a guy by I forget his name.
Really?
But he got first. Yeah, I competed in one of those face-off tournaments, right? It was a customs tournament. I finished place. I finished second. I did really well, and I'm surprised I didn't win, to be honest with you, because I felt like I was absolutely fragging it. Like, it's the best week of Tarkov I've ever had. You know, best day of Tarkov I've ever had. But somebody, you know, managed to get ahead of me and won. But I love tournaments. I played in that Evasion one too, with Sigma and everything. But I love tournaments, but I also have that fine line when it comes to tournaments. They can take up some time, and they don't always really work with my schedule as a morning gamer. A lot of them are in the afternoon, so it take up a lot of that time that I kind of need to edit and all of that stuff. And it's just one of those things where, you know, it's not as common for me to join those tournaments just because, you know, it's I don't know how to put it, really. Like, the tournaments take up a lot of time, and
for sure.
You know, I just, you know, no interest in joining a lot of them. But like I said, that Yoinks tournament, you know, me and BokG are gonna do some damage.
Just different pathways for, you know, your streaming, how you want to do
exactly.
it. But still, guys, shout out for Yoinks and Ninjas tournament up in here. That's gonna be awesome. Hope you guys can check that out. Go support Genooo up in there. That's gonna be really cool. That's exciting.
It's gonna be fun.
But yeah, I definitely hear that. They do take a lot of time. And, you know, you're up there with some sweaty gamers and that are putting a lot of time as well, you know. So sometimes the content creation could be,
like I said,
more
with
worthwhile.
The Pastili, exactly. And like I said with the Pastili tournament, when people came in and they were all this sad and everything about me not making the tournament, it's like one of those things, right? And this isn't throwing shade at anybody, because the last time I said it, it came off rude, but I don't need tournaments to make my content, right? Like, I can make my content elsewhere. So it's one of those things where a lot of those people, I felt like, looked at it as like their only way to release content. And I, as a creator, I release content outside of that tournament. So if I don't make the tournament, you know, so be it. That's 2 more YouTube videos that I can edit that day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, events do bring content, but I also feel like you shouldn't only rely on that tournament for your content, in which a lot of people, I felt like, did, right? But you know,
I
like
hear
I
that.
Said,
for sure, and that's why I'm really happy we've been able to interview a wide variety of people as well, Chad. Because there's just so many styles, and again, you're going with that more of that content creation angle, and it's really cool to see it play out. and just about again, as you said before, you should be able to take like honestly any piece of film and make it interesting, right?
Yeah,
as an editor, and
exactly.
That's sort of the path you're going. It's really like we obviously all enjoy watching your social media clips and all that stuff. So keep going with it. Like, it's a really good way. It's your niche.
I love doing it, man. I love doing it. It's something that I've always enjoyed. So
hell yeah, well just keep going. But go ahead, Siegel.
Speaking of yoinks, I asked him this question last time, and I was wondering what your thoughts on it. What would you think about a body dragging mechanic in Tarkov? Do you think that would be beneficial for the game, or do you think it might cause some issues?
So I like the idea. Like the sledgehammer boss, I know damn well it's going to be very buggy. That's why I don't really enjoy a lot of big changes like that, because I know there's going to be people and it's going to be broken for a few months, right? Like Battlestate is somewhat slow to fix things. And I want to point out, I've kind of been bashing Battlestate. If you're watching right now, I do love you. All right. I appreciate me allowing to be a content creator for you. I'm not bashing on you. It's just rough when, you've been playing since 2017 and, these issues are arising. But anyway,
it's just criticism, right? As a game player,
exactly,
it's game testing.
And body dragging, I feel like would be a good idea. There was a tweet the other day by somebody, what would like to be added to Tarkov, or what would you like to be, added to Tarkov? And I thought of the idea as throwable chem lights and, those little like glow up things, right?
Yeah.
Being able to throw them in a dark area where, interchange in those stores and throw a chem light in there and it will light up an area. I think that's a perfect idea, right? Like it's super simple to make.
Yes, very.
They already have the textures in the game, right? Like you've seen it on interchange, those red chem lights, right? They clearly have the textures and I think you should be able to throw them. The body dragging might be a bit too far. I mean, I like it. I play solo, so the body dragging really wouldn't be that much for me, right? If I could use them as a meat shield, if I kill like a Timmy and then use them as a meat shield to play a Chad, for sure. But body dragging to me, I don't know. I'm iffy on it. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, it looks like Geno's about the easy, simple fixes and improvements, not the crazy ones. I like what you said for the glow stick thing. That'd be really cool. Yeah. And simple. Again, they already have the model. Yeah, just toss it. It's just lighting. That's all it is. It's already in the game. And Tarkov's super dark, man. I die to people I can't see in the darkness constantly, man. It's just like, well, I got Tarkov. But we actually have a really cool segment right here that we want to segue into before our little final questions. And I'm going to let Sidu take this away. But we got a new screen we got to go ahead and transition to here, chap, for this one.
Oh, shit, new screen.
It's a new moment
here.
Sir. All right. We're going to let Sidu take it.
For episode 7, we want to start trying out a new segment, you know what I mean? Some new boo goofing. And, sorry if I'm putting you in the hot seat here, Geno, but
that's
we're going to be doing Sidu's hot takes right here. We got some piping hot takes, and I'm here to collect Geno's hottest Tarkov take that he's got brewing, man.
That's a hot screen.
Too hot to handle, man.
It's a little hot here. It's a little hot here. I'm
it's a little warm. As pizza oven, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. You want to...
man. Geno, this is your chance for your clip of the podcast right here, buddy. What is the hottest take that you have when it comes to Tarkov?
On the spot. Gotta put you on the spot, man.
Oh, the hottest take. So, like, are we talking opinionated take?
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Let's say we had one clip, right? Yo, go ahead. Yeah, this is it.
Right. I'm already sweating.
I feel
there's a lot of opinions when it comes to Tarkov, and I feel like a lot of people complain about the wrong things, and I'm going to bring it up like I did earlier. The MK18 and how good it is, I feel like a lot of people complain about that, and I honestly feel like the MK18 is perfectly fine the way it is. All right, and the same thing with the KS-23. I know, Bailey, I know you might see this. All right, I'm sorry, Bailey, but the KS-23, in my opinion, is exactly where it should be. It's a 23 gauge shotgun, right? That's a very
spicy
shotgun.
Woo! Where's the fan?
The KS-23, I think, allowed. However, I don't agree with the current state of Tarkov when it comes to it. A lot of people use it to rat. I don't really agree with that. I think Tarkov should add certain things to help with ratting. In my opinion, cramping would be a good idea. Cramps to add to Tarkov. But another thing,
the Charlie horse stakes. Yeah. Oh man.
I feel like a lot of people are at this point of wipe are very burnt out, right? And especially, you know, deals, you know, we're in the hot seat right now, so it's perfect for burnout. You know what I'm saying? So
oh yeah, it's
one of
true.
those things. The reason I feel like a lot of people use the KS-23 is just because, you know, they're over the game, right? Like they don't want to go out with metagear; they just want to put on a kit and, you know, go out with the KS-23. And I feel like Tarkov should add weekly and daily quests, and that's what I've mentioned before. Weekly and daily quests would be huge, similar to WoW. If you could have a quest to where you get, you know, 10 Saluas in a week or something, and you get a certain reward, right? And these quests are harder as you level up. I think that would be a very good addition to Tarkov, and it's something that I feel like they should really add or think about adding.
Yeah. I hear you on that,
Definitely.
and I think that's a really simple thing as well. Like the body dragging, that seems complicated and everything, but as we were talking, like the fixes that you like are the super simple ones, and that sounds really easy. Just menu fixes. It's not like changing something in the game. It's just like adding some values of like just going and completing this quest. The map already exists. It's just adding a little extra functionality that goes a long ways.
It's like taking a quest, like for skier or something, and copy and pasting that, and then just changing it away. I'm not a game developer, so I don't know, but
it's not much more complicated. I can promise you that. Yeah,
exactly, right? Like I guarantee it's something that Tarkov could do very easily, and I honestly feel like it could help with the, you know, longevity of the wipe. I feel like it would, you know, change it from being 2-3 months everybody's burnt out, right, to 4, 5, 6 months, you know, of, you know, a longer wipe when it comes to these weekly quests. And I feel like they could do a lot of cool things with it, like squad quests. They could also do things where these quests unlock certain items of clothing, and these, you know, it seems simple to me, and I feel like something that Tarkov should think about. But, you know, what am I? I'm not a game developer.
No, I think you're onto something there.
On the right track for
Rapper just left his, you know, he left his golden watch in the truck, but he also left a half full Frosty that he wanted to go back and get it.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Go get the Frosty.
Go get the later in the in the wipe.
The return to the bronze.
Yeah, I do hear that. I think that's perfect because it's like a simple way to just fix this problem of people getting tired during the wipe, and keeps it simple. So I think that's great. The squad quest is another thing too. I mean, you know, you're mostly a solo player, but we all play in giant squads a lot of times, and a squad problem that ends up happening is you're like, okay, what quests do we all have? And somebody's like, I got to go over here, and I got to go all the way over here, and I've got to go lay and plant a thing in the beach on shoreline for 2 minutes out in the open. You know, it's just like random crap. And it's just like, if it's a squad game, you know, which Nikita has said in the past that this is kind of a game for squads, although it totally works for solos. That's not to say that. It feels like they should, you know, maybe add something like that so we can all go do the same thing, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, when it comes down to these quests, too, they can shape the game almost, right? If, you know, Tarkov, I'm sure they have statistics on, like, raids and everything and, like, where people go. If Tarkov realizes that, you know, 70% of the player base right now is going customs, they can always introduce a quest on Shoreline with one of these weeklies and daily quests and get people to go to those maps, right? And spread out the player base, right? And I feel like it's, you know, right now, at least, everybody's going labs or everybody's going factory where there's PvP, and I feel like there's no point to go customs or factory after those quests, right? And when it comes down to those weekly and dailies, that's where Tarkov can kind of shape the game, right? Especially, you know, if they add quests when it comes down to level, right? Like, let's say you're level 10 and you just got the flea market. It's going to be different quests than level 50 quests, and I feel like that duration and that progression of the game will very, you know, like I said, increase the longevity of it, right? Like a level 50 will have, you know, a daily quest of kill every boss in the game, right? Get them something to do that day, right? And not just, you know, go labs, go factory for PvP, right? And I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a game developer, but, you know, Tarkov, I think, you know, should really think about something like that,
I think, yeah, that's important. In Battlestate, you're hearing it from somebody who plays the game a lot, right? Once you put a certain amount of time into the game, you know, things like that go a long way, like those extra quests. And we're not asking for a new map or anything. It's a simple sort of just take a little bit of a small team, go add some little code changes, update just a bit. Not even having to go model anything new, no artists involved, just adding a little bit of stuff. And it goes a long ways for those players that are putting a lot of time into the game.
And like the 3 melee kills quest for the
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
It'd be
It's
cool.
not-
Really cool content. Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? And I feel
Absolutely.
like a lot of the things that I have about the game that I would like introduced is something that Battlestate can easily integrate. Right? It's not going to be a 3-month thing that they have to work on this certain map, right? It's just a simple, encoding thing to where they can place this, and it's going to be simple to do. And a lot of games do it, right? So, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, I have heard people, talking about Battle Pass and Tarkov. Yeah, leave.
Yeah.
Not about it. There's another little hot take while we're in the oven still.
They can join the people that say the KS-23 should stay in the game.
Yeah. The same place, same category, huh? Oh my god. Well, hey, there's the hot takes, guys. That I think we got it just spicy enough for this oven. There's a giant flame behind me. I think we matched it, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Hope
you
Steve's
wanna hear
happy
my hot
there.
take?
Yeah, dude, for real.
Oh, it's yours. All right, yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah,
This is a
they
good
should
moment.
get rid of meds. No more
Oh,
meds.
yeah.
Okay.
Just
No more healing.
Don't get hit, idiots.
Yeah.
Just desync everywhere. You'll be good,
Put your
right?
life on the
Yeah,
line.
exactly, bro. Just
Every time.
make it primitive, dude. Add bows and arrows. What are we doing, huh?
Yeah.
Crossbow's the best gun in
Yeah.
Call of Duty. That too. Yeah, you get 1 band-aid per raid.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. So,
All right.
being a Genooo subscriber, I had recently gotten a message from you after you hit partner about things like self-care, the silver lining in life, and
Yep.
always just to hit you up. Your DMs are always open, man. And
Yeah.
if you don't, is this going to be something that you're going to be doing more often in the future?
Yeah, 100%. I try and do one every month as kind of like a monthly, letter or whatever. I find it when I was down, in a dark place, I needed a daily reminder that, somebody is there for you, because some people feel so alone, especially with COVID, as we mentioned earlier, right? People have lost their friends, people have lost some family members, just by, not socializing, right? And it's one of those things where I try and remind people that no matter what you're going through, I'm going to be there for you. And, it's okay to not be okay, right? There's a whole bunch of sayings that I say on my stream, and, similar to every day's a blessing to wake up. You aren't guaranteed every day, right? And it's just one of those things that I send those monthly letters out to kind of remind the people that, even if you're having a bad time, I'm always going to be there for you. And that's something I plan on doing for forever, right? I plan on doing that for the time being, at least right now. Yeah, so.
That's great, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Take advantage of the resources, man, in
Exactly.
an awesome way, Yeah. So props there, guys. And I mean, we got to ask you so much, man. Thank you so much for spending your
100%,
time with us and answering all these questions, guys. We have had so much information in this podcast, just clip after clip, right? So hope you guys just got to digest it all. Maybe watch it again. You might have to with all that information we were talking. There's so much good stuff. So with that in mind, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to join the show
100%.
today. Guys, chat, please make sure to go and support Genooo at all the links in the description. This will be up on YouTube, so go check that out down below. And we want to give you the floor right now. Hi, YouTube. Let the people know what you have going on that they don't want to miss. It's all yours, man.
So one thing that I just released on my YouTube is a frag movie. It was in the original podcast thing that you had, and you thought it was a music video, but it's a frag movie, and we have had that frag movie out for some time now. I just paid for YouTube editing for it, and I think it's a very, very special platform that I released there on YouTube, and I really, really enjoy that video. I contacted an independent artist about it. I got the rights to it. I got all of that. And I think it's something that you guys would enjoy, and it actually shows you it's not just a whole bunch of frags and having a good time and murking kids on Tarkov. It's also shows some of my comedy and some funny clips and stuff like that, and I think it's something you guys would all enjoy. Other than that, right? My name's Genooo. I'm a 19-year-old content creator here on TikTok, Twitch, I say Tinder and Grindr and all that, and OnlyFans on stream, but that's all the hooks, right?
You gotta find the
You heard it
profile
here
there.
first.
Yeah.
Support him on there.
So,
yeah.
You got 2 O's.
It might show up on there exactly.
Yeah, I do have a Tinder that I network on. I don't know if you guys knew
I
that.
think I've matched you a few times.
That might be a
Yeah.
smart idea.
Oh, wow.
So-
Yeah. Man.
yeah.
My thing is,
Y'all were doing some networking, huh?
Yeah, my description on Tinder is I'm not here for a relationship. I'm here for your Twitch Prime, and you can subscribe to me on Twitch. You know? Like it's literally what it is. I'm surprised I'm not banned. I'm surprised I'm not banned. To be
That's
honest with you. I'm
crazy.
asking. Yeah.
Oh,
So
hey, marketing
How many
scheme. That
views have you gotten off that?
mind of a businessman.
I don't think I've got one, but you know, who knows, bro? Who knows? One of these chicks.
Hey, I came from Tinder. I was like.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Oh, welcome.
Oh,
Yeah,
funny,
Calzax
dude.
Tinder. You checked it out. Okay.
Yep.
Genooo Tinder. That's awesome, man. Yeah, and guys, please check out the frag movie in question. Is awesome. Really cool. Stuff that Geno's putting up on the tube over there, and you know how much time he's putting into it. Go check out his streams, give him some love, chat. I think that is honestly all we've got. We are going to be posting this again all up to YouTube, TikTok, all that business, getting it all out there. That's it, man. Thanks for being here, and let's go ahead and end it there, chat. Like
I said, man, it's an honor being here, bro. Like it seriously is. Thank you guys so much. I contacted you. Like I said, I love these podcasts, man. Like I love doing them. And if you ever need me on for another podcast, when it comes to like, if you have a group of people that you know are talking Tarkov, I'd love to be on here because I love talking to people and I love asking or answering questions like this. So it's a pleasure to be, or it's a pleasure to be here. Yeah,
it's a pleasure to have you, man. Like it's been great to talk. I mean, I think you got to showcase just how much knowledge you've really got when it comes to all this, and we would absolutely love to have you back. So we'll definitely stay in touch, man, and maybe catch a raid here and there, or maybe edit something. Who knows? Yeah, it could be some cool stuff. Chat. So stay tuned, right?
Right? Like if that goes for any of you guys, if you guys need any help, chat. If you guys need any help, my DMs are wide open. I love sharing tips and I love telling you guys about algorithms. I've done a lot of studying and stuff. You know, people call me a nerd, but
well, you're gonna have to start claiming all these big TikTok people you get out there with Hey Bales and Velion and like right. It's like an agent at this point, right?
Claim to fame.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
A pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure. All right, we're gonna put the ending stream up.
Part of the Tarkov community, man.
We love you. Have a great day.
Yeah, for real. Thanks for everybody came out here, man.